on a fun Friday. Meeting is being live streamed. I wonder if I could turn off all those damn Zoom notifications. Every time they update the app, I get more crap in my face. Like, do I need all these reminders? Yeah, no shit, we're going live. I just, I just clicked the button. All right, welcome everyone to our to Fun Friday. It's August 6th. It is the first Friday of the month. I have not yet cut and colored my hair. I do that the first. I am not wearing my suit. Mark is though. Mark, you look dapper, man.
Hey man, check out my tie.
Oh,
I got the Taz tie on.
Taz. Right. Well done. Okay, I just got out of the gym. I threw on a polo shirt. I figured I'd do something other than black because it's Fun Friday, and here I am dripping. So welcome everyone. I see Edward and Sandy's here. We got a couple of things going on. I'll tell you one thing that happened this morning was our practical entrepreneurial tips. That's at 4 a.m. my time with Ego OB over there in England, where it's not 4 a.m. And yeah, so check out the replay. I'll get that posted for everyone ASAP. All right. So let's see. The topic today was optimal time management. Is there anyone who could optimize your time management? Thank you, Ego, for your contribution on that. Right. I think who couldn't at this point? Who couldn't? So that's brilliant stuff. Hey, Emma. Hey, Mandy. Good to see you guys. What else? Later on today, we're going to have, you know what? I've got to check with Therese because I'm seeing integrative health on our calendar, and I don't know that that's real. I got to check with Therese. I haven't heard from her. I know she's been doing the summertime thing, but I think we're looking to ramp up again integrative health. If that is the case, then it will be at 3 p.m. So that one's tentative. Let me check with Therese on that. But I'll tell you what's not tentative. Be heard at 6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time today. We're going to get together. And for those of you who are interested in such things, we're actually going to get together like for real. I finally have date confirmation on where I'm going to be in October doing a speaking engagement. And I'm thinking it is dangerously close to other fun stuff. We're talking about the city of Las Vegas and surrounding environs. And so there's some really cool things we can do there for those who want to get together regionally, North America or US, what have you, right? I know there's different jurisdictions doing different levels of authoritarian, lockdowns and things like that. But if we can get together, let's do that. I will tell you that for any members here, I can get you into the biggest firearms academy in North America, and it's awesome, and it would be free for you. So just buy your own ammo. And we can talk about that at 6 p.m. Eastern US time. Contemporaneously, we are also getting together in England. And for that, I would defer to Mandy because she's doing a regional thing over there or arranging it. Mandy, if you want to say a couple words, please feel free. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but...
No, that's okay. Yeah, it's in Stratford-upon-Avon. It's between 3 dates because trying to get everybody together has been quite difficult. But I've got a survey there which basically just says which of these dates can you do and then which rooms do you want. I've picked a hotel, Crown Plaza, in the centre. Looks like a lovely hotel. And we're going to try and do some bits and pieces there. It depends on what people say because we've only got a couple of days. And so I'll see what comes back from the survey because that's asked as well.
Fantastic.
So get people to fill out the survey and just come back and say yes so we can get the rooms booked before they all disappear.
Very good. And of course, you can find all that on our Facebook group. Thank you, Mandy, for doing that. Let's go ahead and look at Emma real quick because Emma, hi, Emma, and you look beautiful. See, Mark and Emma dressed up very beautiful today. I'm wearing a polo shirt. Who's that, Emma?
Oh, this is Mojo. So we're looking after two dogs at the moment for a friend.
Oh, my goodness. Hi, Mojo. And Mojo, you're delivering white hairs onto your mommy's black, beautiful dress. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, what a beauty. Good stuff. Glad to see you, Mojo, and glad to see you as well, Emma. Awesome. All right. Let me unpin her video. And anybody else got an announcement or a dog, cat, frog joke? It's Fun Friday. Somebody's got to tell a joke. And if I tell it, it's probably not going to be as funny if you tell it, so you should tell the jokes. Come on out. Who's got something to show us today? I know it's an intimate crowd. I know a lot of people are at the lake doing the beach thing, summertime thing, but still, this is like hardcore group right here that, man, we can't miss a session. So I'm really glad to be here with you all. Anybody got a joke for me today? It's our policy that someone has to tell a joke on Friday.
I'm looking through some.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I got an oldie but a goodie. Okay. And this is as a biker. Okay. What's the difference between a Harley and a Hoover? A Hoover has the dirt bag on the inside. Hey, Ace, I see you, brother, my fellow biker. Good to see you, man. All right. So, well, if that's it for jokes and dogs and stuff, Emma, thank you. You really sacrificed getting that white hair on your black. Yeah, thank you for that, though. I know exactly what that's like, by the way. Exactly. I got an idea that I want to share with y'all today. And this came up for me while I was in the gym. I was listening to actually Bob Proctor, who was one of my first mentors who had an impact on me, and at least consciously. And it was listening to his lectures on the science of getting rich. Science of Getting Rich, which of course we've anyone who's been here in the group for a while and been through our book study, we've studied the Science of Getting Rich. It's one of the most important books, I think, that anyone could read. Any entrepreneur or entrepreneurial type person, even if you're currently in the employ of some corporation or something, the principles work regardless. When people are looking to advance in business or career or what have you, there are principles that apply again and again. And the one that came up for me today, as I was listening to Bob, was the idea of becoming bigger than your current position or your current place in life. One of the things that Waddle said was that this is how new species are formed, right? So give it time, like lots of time, and then this amoeba or whatever becomes bigger than its place or its purpose, right? And it's outgrowing that position and now evolves into the other kind of amoeba or something. So obviously this is a lengthy process if we're looking at biological evolution. And I'm not into the science of all that. I haven't been that interested in it, but it's fascinating. So, but if you take that concept and you think, okay, well, how do I evolve? Metaphorically speaking, right? How do I evolve now into, the new version, the better version, the more powerful version of me with a higher level of production and recompense, right? And make more money, have better lifestyle, advancing in life, right? How do I do that? Well, you become bigger than your place. So even if you're working a job and you've got, whatever seemingly limited circumstances, okay, how can you advance beyond that job, right? Maybe get into business or maybe get the promotion, right? Whatever it happens to be. How do you do that? You become bigger than that position. But you might say, well, but I've got all these limitations in this position, right? In fact, you may have, because a lot of people here are engaging in entrepreneurship, right? In some cases for the first time, you may be carrying some of that limited thinking with you into new opportunities. In other words, the same person who felt like they were staying stuck over here, even though they're not stuck over here anymore, now I'm stuck over here. So we gotta get unstuck here. We gotta get unstuck in our mind. Okay. And so one of the things that came up for me as I was listening to Bob give his dissertation was the idea that we do fully today's work today. We do all we can today, and we do it today, and we keep our focus in present time, and we do it, not lamenting the past. Okay, there's our story about what we did or didn't do, or what we got or didn't got, right? Story, and not projecting into the future. There'll be plenty of time tomorrow for tomorrow's work. We do today's work today, and we do it fully. And here's why. Because it's the simple little things that you may think are insignificant. The little action that you took today that you did not put off until tomorrow, which may be that little thing that triggers that combination of events, the meeting with the guy. I mean, think of it like this. Here's this group, I love you guys, and we all love each other, and we have great masterminding and topic discussions, and like all of this would not have existed if little things hadn't occurred. That I didn't have the crystal ball and I see the future. No, I don't know. Okay, but because I did execute, and because each of you did execute, what may have seemed like tiny little things, combinations came together. We were all freaking strangers. We were all strangers at one point. So how does that happen? My wife was a stranger at one point. I've known her for a couple of years now, right? A couple of decades, whether I like it or not. But yeah, so I guess there's your joke for today. But no, how does that happen? How do people find these new combinations? In this case, I'm married, I've got a daughter. Like none of that would have existed had I not taken a couple of little actions. Let me give you an example. Right there's one example right there. My wife. So we met. For those who don't know, we met on Yahoo. There was a time, and maybe they still do, I don't know, but Yahoo had like a personal ads section, like a little classifieds, right? And how else does a guy in his 20s who works all the time meet people? I don't get drunk, hang out at the bar. Probably the worst place to meet. I don't know. Do people still go to the disco? I suppose. I would hate to be in the dating scene right now. Oh my goodness, especially with all the wacky stuff that's going on where people identify as, gender confused or something. I don't know. Here's what I do know is that she ignored me. So we made contact and whatever, right? And then and she even tells this story too, like in some of her training videos, where this guy, John, because he was getting ignored, said, "Hey, did you get abducted by aliens?" So what happened there? A tiny little thing, a little communication that went out, and with a bit of wit, right? And she responded to that. She thought that was worthy of response. And here we are 20-something years later, right? One little thing. As easy as it was to do, I could have not done it. But that one little thing, in retrospect, made a world of difference. What's the one little thing that you perhaps have discounted as insignificant, which is kind of arrogant, really, when you think about it, right? How the hell do you know? Are you omniscient or something, right? You don't know. But what's being presented to you right now in current time in your life that you may have discounted, that you could go ahead and do those little things, do today's work today, do them so fully, because what Waddles talked about in The Science of Getting Rich was that if every day is a success, then you must be a success. If days are failures, then you must be a failure, right? So it's very black and white, right? That, here's successful days, here's unsuccessful days. And what qualifies as a successful day? A day in which you do efficient action in a certain way, efficient action, right? So that means I'm in present time. I'm not blowing my energy all over here and over there, the past, the future, my story about it. Okay, I'm being efficient because I'm focused in present time and I'm doing my work fully today with purpose. And I know what the purpose is. I'm looking at it right now. Okay. And with faith that I actually can. Okay. So I'm focused with purpose and faith on present time actions. That is efficient. If I do mostly efficient actions, that day will be a success. Great. And then, with a certain way, right, that kind of correlates with the whole thing. If I'm doing these things in a certain way, that means I'm not doing it with doubt. I'm not doing it in a state of uncertainty. I'm not doing it with one foot in yesterday and one foot in tomorrow. I am certainly getting stuff done efficiently in present time. And these are seemingly little things. And I may not think it's significant, but my goodness, I'm at the place, the office, and I did the one little extra thing. And the guy walked in and saw my good work and said, "Hey, you know what? I got an opportunity for you." And I just found my new post, right? Anyone experienced opportunities that just show up in your life, right? How lucky you are. Lucky. No. But what combination was it that caused the planets to align? I don't know. And I don't have to know, right? I don't have all the answers. And thank goodness I never had to. So the point of all this then is, what can I do to be cool as a cucumber? I'm not talking about getting frantic, like I need to do tomorrow's work today or anything like that. No. But cool as a cucumber and going at warp speed at the same time. Smooth, relaxed. Mark, you know about this, right? You want to be efficient with your actions, right? With your tactical movements and things like this. Well, practice that in a non-stress situation to the point where you've got muscle memory. Do it slowly at first, get smooth with that. And the next thing you know, you're still smooth, but you're fast, right? I look at guitarists, right? So I've studied guitar and, shelved it for some years now, but, I've got guitars. I got 3 hanging on the wall right there. I look at them and I dust them off sometimes, but, I look at some of these guys who can do very complicated finger movements, right? Which for me is a very forced thing. It's like, mechanical and hard and it's just not flowing. And so the instruction is always do it slow, do it at half speed, do it at a quarter speed, crawl your way through this to the point where you get it under your fingers. Okay. And then use a metronome and just speed up a couple of beats, speed it up. Next thing you know, you're ripping through it smooth. Right. So we can't shortcut that process, but the point is the little things, the little practices, which may not appear to be profound in terms of the product. All right. So I played this guitar riff, really slow. It's not pleasing music to me. Okay. But those little things add up. So if we want exponential increase, if we want to find our higher plane of expression or our new post, right, our new position in life or what have you, right, it's the combination of incremental increases that reveal exponential increase at the right time. So that's where the faith comes in, is that just because I'm not seeing fruit on the tree in the next 10 seconds doesn't mean that it's not growing, right? So there's a gestation period for everything. So what's my job? My job is to do today's work today and do it so fully and efficiently with purpose and faith, and do it in a certain way, the way of no doubt, right? Knowing that this does bear fruit. Okay. And then look, more is revealed. Maybe the way to make that transition, if you're looking at what transition could I make, maybe what's revealed is, hey, I'm barking up the wrong tree here. And maybe that's revealed because now new combinations have revealed themselves because you've become beyond competent in your current position. There is no faking this, by the way. And one of the things that Waddles talked about was that it's people who do not more than fill their position are the burden on society, right? This is what retards growth in society, commerce, what have you, is right. People that want more than what they give, something for nothing. Can it just be easy? And I'm not saying that it's got to be arduous or drudgery. No, but it's got to be intentional. In other words, we're not waiting for something to happen to us fortuitously, even though fortuitous things will befall us. That's nice. Okay. But we're making stuff happen. We're more than filling our position. And that's how we advance ourselves and others. Nothing would be created. No evolution happens. No evolution if the amoeba doesn't more than fill its place. No evolution. Not for the amoeba, not for the rest of, the plankton kingdom or, I'm thinking about this now as like the little amoeba society. Okay. And we can have that perspective. And I think it might be fun, right? To kind of put things in perspective. Because if we look at the universe and then here's you on this little rock, right? And we look at the universe and then there's you. So yeah, we're doing the little amoeba thing. Okay. I think we're doing it with a bit more consciousness than an actual amoeba. But like, why so serious? So can we just relax, be in present time, not have so many damn stories about it, and do our work efficiently today? We can. Who gets in our way? Me. I get in my way. What will they think? Anytime that I've anytime that I've held myself back and not had, a winning day, a successful day, an efficient day, it's because I get into the story of, what if I fail? What will they think? What could go wrong? Right. And I'm not saying be stupid and throw caution to the wind, but I'm saying that if you know you're on purpose and you've got faith and you can accomplish great things, well, reach, do it. Right. There is no belaboring the question about it. I wrote in my first book that successful people, whether they know it or not, ask themselves two questions. Will this action move me in the direction of my goals? Yes or no? And if the answer is yes, the second question is, will this action violate the rights of others? Yes or no? And if the answer is no, we act. There is no third question. In other words, is it on purpose and will it hurt you? If yes, then no, then do it. Right? There's no, but what about this? What about that? And I have that conversation with myself a lot, or I have had that conversation with myself a lot. Had I not made a quick decision to, let's go ahead and let's get this group going. Let's go ahead. And by the way, I had support in that. One of those people who supported me in that is, we're in an interesting Tasmanian devil tie right now. Okay. So Mark, thank you. Okay. Because there's lots of things that we could do and lots of things that we could just not do. And we decided to do it. And now here's this group. That's just one example. I could have sent that message to this Shannon person. Did you get inducted by aliens? Right. Or I could have not sent it. It's the little things, guys, little stuff. So often I have this grandiose idea that I've got to leap tall buildings in a single bound and put on my cape and mask and all this kind of stuff. And it just ain't so. Habits beat heroics, as I've often said. So habitually getting into that place where we are doing good work, and we know that we are. Not only do we feel good, but guess what's going to happen? We're going to impress the world with increase. We're going to become bigger than our current place in life. And when we do that, and we have the faith that this stuff works just by law, okay, that you don't have anything to do with the law, you just showed up, so work with the law. Which, by the way, I think is the next book we're going to read. So we're wrapping up Integrity is Everything this week. Last couple of chapters. All right. It's not okay. And you are the answer. Those 2 chapters. And then the final words, which is like just 1 page. But once we're done with that, I think Raymond Hollywell, Working with the Law, is in order. All right. So put that on your book buying list. But the idea that we are the answer, but our answer is revealed by our action, not by our inaction, not by all our thoughts, not by all our thoughts about it. Okay. But it's revealed by our action and through our action. And look, all opportunities come through other people, not from other people, but through other people. So keeping that in mind, right? What can we do to cause the impression of increase in everyone we meet? It's these little things, little tiny things that may seem insignificant to you. Don't sit there and evaluate, right? Just be in present time and get it done. And then others can evaluate, and they will, and they'll see you as the advancing man or woman, the person who, wow, I need to be around them more, because you know what, they advance me in life, right? Look, in the whole world of sales and marketing, which we're all in to whatever degree. Okay, so nothing happens till somebody buys something, right? So that means you sell something. But in that world, right, people like to buy from with that emotional, that recognition of, hey, I feel like this is right for me. Wow, Mandy can help me. So let me go ahead and enroll in her services, right? So Edward, right, can solve my problem. So thank you, Edward. Here, have some of this money, right? Come solve my problem, please, right? All of that is a communication that can occur or not, right? So what are we doing to cause that? It's a very conscious way to operate. And then, and then we forget, and then we get to be reminded. And that's why I listen to Bob Proctor audios while I'm lifting weights. Anyway, I love you guys. I know we got an intimate group here today, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this. If you'd like to come on out, we're talking about doing those little things that advance us, whether we know it or not, that advance us beyond where we were yesterday. Who would like to have some words on this? Please feel free to come on out. And I feel so underdressed looking at Emma and Mark. I just got out of the gym, Emma. It's been, I'm dripping sweat here. All right, Emma's got the floor. Come on out.
Hi. Oh, this is so apt. I have to say, I've kind of been in very much holiday mode because it's not great when your children are off at school, and also my husband because he's a deputy head. So I've really tried to focus today on work, and a few things that you said really hit home. And one was quite interesting when you said about Shannon, because I met my husband at my brother's wedding. And he liked me because I was telling dirty jokes, actually. And then afterwards, he asked my brother if he could contact me. And anyway, he didn't get my email down correctly. And I was working for a Swiss company at the time. So it was .ch instead of .co.uk. So he actually had to phone my brother up on honeymoon to say, can you give me your sister's email address? So if you hadn't done that, we never would have carried on seeing each other, and obviously the rest is history. So we've been married 18 years, it'll be 19 years this year. So wow. Yeah, so like you say, it's all the little things, isn't it? And right. And then the other thing that I kind of read this, what I saw this week was, which is exactly what you've been saying, which is Tony Robbins was saying, you need to be outstanding each day. It's kind of, you can't just be mediocre. You've got to be outstanding at whatever you're doing, whether it's relationships or whether it's work. And that really kind of resonated with me. And I'm trying to do my best at everything I'm doing, at trying to be outstanding. So one of the things that I noticed was, especially doing e-commerce and sourcing for others, was you've got a time pressure of Q4. And I've got all my customers going, I need to get it in, I need to get it in. So it kind of then puts you in a bit of a spin because you think, you've got to get it done, you've got to get it done now. But actually what I did do this week was I created processes, like you said, which was doing the smaller things to get to the end goal. And because I've done that, it stopped me from being in the frantic, speed, and actually slow down and just take my time and go, right, what do I need to do today? And I felt like today I've really gained loads of momentum because I've done that. I've not been in this spin. So that's been really, really helpful. And then and the other thing that you were saying about opportunities and working with people. So I had one customer this week who's recommended me to somebody else. So that's really good. And then I know through working with this group, Mandy and Neil, both of them have put people my way because I recommended Neil for PPC, he's recommended me for sourcing. So, if it wasn't for this group and the networking, we wouldn't have that opportunity as well. But it's like you say, you treat every customer as if they, you've got to give them your all because you never know who they're going to speak to or how you might get new business from that. Even people who aren't your customer, it might just be, friends, family, colleagues, people that you meet. And one thing I learned from traveling was, it was very funny when I first started traveling and people would say, what do you do? And I used to say, I was buying, and my husband was a teacher. Well, they asked him a million more questions than they ever asked me because it was kind of like he was doing good to society. So, but the one thing I really learned from traveling was asking people really key questions about, what do they really like? What's their family? A lot of information about them that's not just about business. And I've carried that through ever since I've kind of come back from traveling, that, you don't just focus on work. I've always kind of tried to take things a bit more personally and ask people a bit more about the family. Where do they live? What do they do? Where have they gone on holiday? And I just think it makes it a bit more personal, and people remember you as well because you're going into the finer detail, aren't you, rather than one large picture. So I've probably said loads of things there, but those are the kind of things that were coming up for me today.
Beautiful. People want to do business with people they like and can trust, right? They can relate to, right? Even if you're in a totally different, world and your different interests and whatever, the fact that you were interested in them. There was actually an experiment. This is going back some decades now, but there was a person that was planted on a plane in a seat next to other, passengers. And after getting off the plane, people were asked, "What did you think of that guy or that girl, whoever the plant was?" And they said they were the most fascinating person, ever, right? But the conversation that they had was almost all about the other person. In other words, they just asked them a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. So, how did you get started in the school? Yeah. Oh, that sounds like an interesting topic. And they knew, and the people being surveyed that thought that this person who was asking them the questions was so fascinating, they knew almost nothing about the person. They just got to talk about themselves the whole time. So interesting stuff. Wow. Thank you, Emma. And yeah, you're so likable, right? People want to do business with you. Interesting too. Fourth quarter is coming up, right? A lot of us are involved in e-commerce and various e-commerce groups. I think if there was ever a time for you to advance in business and perhaps do some networking and, have a few customers come your way, well, I think when would now be a good time to do that? Thank you, Emma. So glad you're here.
Thank you.
Okay, who else has some thoughts that you'd like to share? Hi. All right. So if everyone's complete, then what we'll do is I'm going to check with Therese. I don't count on the integrative health today. That may not be starting up today, although it was on the calendar because she said through July we would suspend that, but it's not July anymore. So I got to get with her. And then of course at 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to get together, talk about whatever you want, including events, right? I know that's late for our friends across the pond, but you guys can get together whenever you like, right? We got a hospitality suite that's open right now if you want to go in there and do that. I would love to get to England, by the way. It's been so long. And at this point, I'm not sure what's going on with jurisdictional lockdowns and what have you. But I'll be here in the States, which is most of them anyway are open for business. So we'll wrap up with that. Thank you guys for being here. It's always a pleasure to start our day together here. To start it with you, and I will see you all at 6 p.m. Eastern.